Hello again. Hey, we're here working on our tree of life. This is the third video in the series, and where we're at right now is I just finished putting on these branches, wrapping them around. Last video went in how to shape them and pull them apart and set up your branches nicely after you make this trunk. And I wrapped those branches around this here base wire. You can see I did quite a bit in between wires, and that is because that's what gives you that space between the next branches. That's also how you can kind of build up. So that part could take a while. It's pretty fun, and you learn as you go a lot with that. And kind of the finishing technique I use to kind of get rid of these wires. So one main thing too when you're making your wire wraps is you want to prevent pokiness. You don't want to just cut these wires in a way that it might be kind of pokey or rub on you or some way. So what I do is I take pliers, and these flat ones you can get at a craft store, work super great. They get the most flush cut. But I just go in and I try to get the inside as much as I can. See, like that. You can actually kind of pull the wire a little tight and just get it as flush as you can, just tucked up on the inside. And then what I would do is I go back around and I just kind of grab it and pinch it flat with these pliers. I prefer these round pliers, the hook model. They kind of get into there and tweak things. I got these are the cheapest pairs. I make all my jewelry with the cheapest pairs of pliers. Maybe someday when the craft starts to pay for itself more, I'll upgrade to nicer tools. But for now, these are still doing the job. Alright, so you can see what I was doing there. I'm now taking the branches. The next step would be to kind of tweak them around a little. I can do that as I go. Whoop. But I might use the pliers to also pull this wire tight. Sorry, I hope you can see my light just went out. But anyways, I go along and I finish just like that. Really snipping those wires nice and flush and using the pliers to bring them down flat. And then also going through, and I adjust and hit the wires just like so, using them, tweaking them, torquing them. Okay, just like that. It's not something you have to do, but this is what gives you the character of your tree. You just go in and just make the tree how you want it. You can even hit the trunk, give it the trunk a little twisty. Hit the roots, twist up the roots. You can be kind of violent with a stick. I just kind of stick the pliers right in there and just start going for them. The wire is pretty tough, and you can kind of spread it out a little too. Just using the pliers to tweak the wire. For certain things like the trees of life, you can afford to get just in there with the pliers. There's other pieces, because getting really aggressive with your pliers does create some damage. One thing to keep in mind. But with the tree, that characteristic seems to blend in quite nicely, honestly, so you can get away with that. So, which makes the tree of life a really good beginner piece to start off with. You get a good base level knowledge of wrapping and just making something. It's quite easy to make this onto a rock as well, and we can talk about that in the next video. But anyways, I'll stop here for now. I have some more to work on, clipping these wires and bringing out some character in the tree using the pliers. And next video, we're going to talk about making this bale.